When Rosa Kroot became engaged, her parents were thrilled. Her future husband paid what's known as a bride price, in this case of 4 cows, 4 goats, and the equivalent of $75 before leaving with her to his village. 6 months later, the violence began. Repeated beatings that left her with permanent damage to her hearing. Eventually, she ran back to her parents, who paid for her freedom by reimbursing the bride price.
He has made my daughter suffer and made her old. She's worked in his home, farmed the land, and yet she has gained nothing.
In Uganda, as in many other African countries, the bride price has long been considered a respected tradition. But in recent years, it's turned marriage into a business, forcing girls as young as 14 to wed. According to local women's rights agency Mifumi, the practice can trap women in violent relationships and leave men financially crippled. They've now launched a landmark case seeking to have these transactions declared optional by the Supreme Court.
And you have to respect the parents irrespective of what. Whether they beat you or whether they hate you, you have to love his parents, and then you have to love him. As long as he's paid your dowry, even if there's violence.
For Jana Akiding, who also escaped from a violent marriage, the risk of her daughter ending up in a similar situation is just too high.
I don't want my daughters to get married, with or without a dowry. I want them to get an education. Through that education, they'll be empowered.
But Janet's views are not the norm. Even if the court declares the bride price optional, the custom remains firmly entrenched, and for many Ugandans will continue unabated.